Today we're grilling up some breakfast potatoes on the Island Grillstone, only on the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. Gary House, the Outdoor Cook, Cooking Everything Outdoors show. I hope you try this at home. So what we have is a potato medley that I'm going to be throwing on the Island Grillstone, and I've just taken some white, some yellow, and these purple potatoes and just cut them up in basically quarters. Consistency and size is really important. And then I have a red pepper, yellow pepper, and a yellow onion that I've also quartered up. Going to be adding the basic salt and kosher pepper. Now, salt and pepper, not kosher pepper. And then I'm also going to be adding the pico de gallo powder that adds a great seasoning, adds some additional color, and gives me the heat that I'm looking for without overpowering the recipe. And I'll be using a grapeseed oil to season the stone. Now, one of the secrets to doing this properly with the Island Grillstone is to preheat, and I've been doing that for almost 20 minutes. 25 minutes is good. I'm doing this over charcoal, and I've got the charcoal spread out so it's evenly spread out under the Island Grillstone. Now I'm going to add some grapeseed oil. And grapeseed oil is a high temp cooking oil. It's really good, and I find that it holds up really nice on the Island Grillstone. And here I have my bell pepper onions, and get those going about like that. And now I want to add a big bunch of my potatoes. Now you want to season this fairly heartily with salt, because potatoes need a lot of salt to release this, in my humble opinion. Just kosher salt here. And kosher salt, you know, is lighter as far as volume goes than regular table salt. Get this good and salted up. Let's get a good healthy batch of black pepper on there. And then our pico de gallo powder. Remember, this is really hot, so if you got little ones, you might want to back off on it. And then we're just going to give this a toss, get it good mixed up. You might lose a few. No worries, and let's get this evenly distributed on our stone so that we can maximize the cooking area. Okay, let's shut her down and let her cook, roast for about 10 minutes, and then I'm going to give it another toss. So let's give everything our first toss. Oh boy, smells fantastic. You can already see we're getting some color in here. Tossing that. These peppers are going to blister up as these potatoes cook, and those won't take that long. The onions are going to caramelize really nicely. Now, the other option you would have for something like this would be to put the potatoes on first, and then you get those cooked to where you want. Then you can add the onions and the bell peppers and kind of time it that way. But I really like my onions and peppers a little bit overdone, just as my potatoes finish up. So I always cook them at the same time. It's entirely optional how you want to time it. All right, give it another 10 minutes. Let's check in on our potatoes and see how we're doing. Oh yeah. All right. So we're getting a lot of caramelization. Potatoes are getting a lot of good color. Don't overstir these. You just want to give them a few tosses as they release. Keep them going. The onions are starting to caramelize up just fantastic, getting some of that crispness that I'm looking for. Potatoes are starting to soften up. Coming along really, really nice. Now don't overturn these. You want to give them a chance to brown up. The Island Grillstone's perfect for adding that caramelized coloring that we all look for, that crispness that we're looking for. Absolutely perfect. Biggest secret I can share with you, the best technique, best cooking method that I can share with you for cooking outdoors, indoors, or absolutely anywhere, is to taste as you cook and to season as you cook. All too often I find that people that don't have a lot of experience cooking season when they're done. And you notice when I made these potatoes, I seasoned it before I started cooking, and now that I've cooked it for a little while and had all those flavors meld together, I'm going to taste it again. And just find a piece there that looks appetizing. I'm going to let it cool off a little bit. And this is where we're going to be testing and looking for the flavors that we want to impart in our meal. For instance, here I have salt, pepper, and the pico de gallo powder, seasoning powder. So I'm going to expect some heat from the pepper and the pico de gallo, but I'm also going to want a little bit of saltiness, hint of saltiness, because potatoes need that to be seasoned properly. And at the most, I'll probably be adding some salt here. Wow. Now actually, I don't really think I need anything more. I'm going to add a little bit of salt. Help release some of that flavors. Those potatoes are almost done. I'm liking this. A little bit more salt on there. It's also going to help release some of the moisture. Not even going to stir that up. Just going to let it sit there. Potatoes should be about done now. Let's take a look and plate them up. Oh wow. Look at all that color that we have in there. They're browned up beautifully. The onions are just caramelized, crisped up a little bit. The peppers, again, they're just this beautiful roasted pepper look to them. The reds, the yellows, all this wonderful color. Check our potato and see how it is. It's just the way I personally like it. I like my potatoes. I don't like them soggy. I don't like them dried out and overcooked. They're just at the point where I can press my spatula into them and they just break down nice and easy. That's a sign that they're done. Just the way I like them. Hot. Nice crisp skin. Potatoes are soft inside. Yep, I'm definitely plating these up. Plating, spatula, plate. Like you didn't know that already. Look at that. Those colors. I would say that the Island Grillstone performed as expected. The last of that up there. Island Grillstone potato medley. Hey, I hope you enjoyed this episode of the Cooking Everything Outdoors show. But without my sponsors, none of this would be possible. Camp Chef, at outdoorcooking.com and Island Grillstone at islandgrillstone.com. They make all of this possible, and they're great companies, and they've got super good product and really good customer service. So please take a minute and go visit them, say thank you, and buy something. If you want to find out more about me, you can visit me on Pinterest, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, iTunes, and of course, cooking-outdoors.com, where I'm always cooking up something new. This is Gary House, and I will see you when I see you.